Alright, where were we? I'd like to beat this tonight, because if not, I probably won't beat it. Pirate Majima beckons. So yeah, you had a last name before Williams, which I don't know that. What were my notes? Yeah, Barb Williams, that's right. Yeah, Barb Williams. Yeah. I need to get Barb Williams in the... in the periodicals. Yeah, I gotta get them in the periodicals. I don't know where they'll be, but they'll be somewhere. Never mind, they're nowhere. WQTV 12. Greta Jones is, according to a flyer in your possession, the morning news anchor for a channel called WQTV 12. Unfortunately, WQTV 12 has no online web presence whatsoever. You do find it listed on a giant list of television call signs next to the city Springfield under the heading Effingham County. You may need to do a deeper dive on a specific city and state to see if any local news have discussed news in that area. Effingham County is the name of two different counties in the United States. One is in Georgia, the other is in Illinois. You probably need to append a state name to your search to find better results. Springfield is the capital of Illinois, but after perusing some of the results you find that it is not located in Effingham County. There is a Springfield in Effingham County, Georgia. Alright. Greta Jones works at 3QTV 12. I gotta check something. And it's located in Springfield, Effingham County, Georgia. Yeah. Alright. Maybe I can just do WQ. Maybe I can do the news channel instead, and they'll tell me which county it's in. Okay. News. Effingham County newspaper. Times. Okay. Alright. Vic Elmsworth, according to his own personal page, is apparently one of 3 brothers. All 3 of them are contributors to a newspaper called the Kikkiwa Falls Gazette. Vic Elmsworth. Vic Elmsworth. One of 3 brothers. They all work at the Kikkiwa Falls Gazette newspaper. And he tends to focus more on the southeastern United States. All of the articles he's written are archived on his site, including the long-form version of the review for Barb Williams' motivational show from 1997. According to Victor, According to Victor, he had seen Barb talk more than once on this particular occasion. Barb's talk was at a very large church, and it was clear she was an expert at matching the presentation of her concepts for any particular crowd, because she received a standing ovation. Barb started with a story about loss, specifically the loss of a bicycle who had been hit by a car. She spoke about the death of any person as a darkness in their loved ones, a cold, empty void that begins to creep into a space where there once was light, because the light could never return exactly how it once was. She says the only option is to nurture new sources of light to help fight back the darkness. Her conclusion was that finding the hidden meanings in tragedy is the most important thing we can do. She used multiple biblical comparisons and finished by looping back around to her initial story and how she personally began to come around to this ideology. The biker who died was her son-in-law. Biker son-in-law died in a crash. The Lanes Across America charity was created to fill the newfound darkness her daughter experienced. Started Lanes Across America charity for daughter. If the charity was the light that began to fill the void, and she was doing everything she could to help nurture it. Alright. There's a lot here. Kikua Falls Gazette. There's no Kikua Falls anywhere in the world that you can find. The closest thing to a Kikua appears to be New Zealand. Instead, a man named Chris Elmsworth has invented a small town newspaper as a conceptual art piece. The Kikua Falls Gazette is a series of online articles about small restaurants, shows, and other tourist attractions all across the United States. This is presented as a monthly newspaper on Small Town America. Small Town America. Which makes the Kiki Falls Gazette a bit strange, is that amongst the articles detailing real locations are occasional stories that present outlandish, inflammatory concepts in extreme mundane ways. For example, on the homepage right now is an article entitled Mermaids Strike Back Against Lobster Farms. That, using very dry language, details the idea that mermaids in Maine have begun to unionize in support of better benefits. There are no punchlines, and the articles are not marked any differently from the rest. Unfortunately, each current issue of the paper is printed on the homepage. There are no archives of older issues. Fuck. Damn. Chris Elmsworth. Well, I got a few names, which is pretty good. Isabel Crosby. You find no information about anyone named Isabel Crosby that feel like they could be related to research. Benton County Superintendent. Okay. Isabel Crosby. Kikua Falls. Small Town America. Lanes across America. Lanes Across America, or LAA, is a charity focused on adding biking lanes to major cities. The pages and pages of news articles that mention Lanes Across America have a similar summary in them. LAA, formerly LAM, was founded in 1987 after the death of Drew Smith. Founded after the death of Drew Smith. Drew was biking home from work when he was hit by a car. Each year since, Lanes Across America has grown, and they now have offices in over 12 major metropolitan areas, including Miami, where the charity began. The website for the charity has a picture of Drew. The photo has been added to your evidence. Partial wedding photo from the website for a charity called Lanes Across America. The rest of the wedding party is cropped out. The charity was founded after the death of Drew Smith, who is featured in the photo. Huh. Oh god, this is gonna be complex. It was probably called Lanes Across Miami. Lanes Across Miami. Searching for Lanes Across Miami does narrow down the pages and pages of articles you found earlier to only those with a more in-depth history about the charity. You find some additional information. Lanes Across Miami was formed in 1987 and became Lanes Across America in 1994. It was founded by Sharon Smith after the death of her husband. I am founded by Sharon Smith after death of her husband. Sharon and some other board members stepped down in 1992 and the current leadership took over. One of the oldest articles has a full uncropped version of the same wedding photo from the LAA website. It seems after Sharon left LAM, they began to crop her and the rest of her wedding party out of the photo, focus only on Drew, who is the face of the charity. The full photo has been added to your inventory. Oh, holy smokes. So, son-in-law, daughter, mother, father? Hmm. The hell? What the hell? Alright, well, let's just get some more information. Dude, I don't know. I don't know what the hell is up with this part. Alright, there was never lanes across Miami in any of these, was there? Not even the Miami Mercury, which is weird. Okay. And there's the Elmsworth brothers, which I have 2 of them. Sharon Smith. Alright, let's go to periodicals for Sharon Smith then. Drew Smith is going to be way too broad. We'll probably search that next. How the hell did Drew Smith get that specific? Drew Smith's like a John Doe name. Or John Smith, rather. Kiki Falls Gazette is like, I was hoping that I'd be able to search their archives, but apparently they don't exist. So And this gets me, like, not much. Barb, Ophelia didn't have to change her last name. Wait, then you Is there another, like, Will-esque name? No, you should be Ophelia Williams. I don't know why you're not. Was Ophelia not your birth name? I don't know. Barb and Sharon Williams are the daughters. Okay, so one of these is Barb, and one of these is Sharon. I don't know which is which. Barb Williams is a motivational speaker. That's Barb Williams. And then, okay, I'm piecing this together. And that's Barb Williams. And then Greta Jones. So was your last name actually Smith? Or did I just not put William? I probably, I don't know. Williams might be correct, I just didn't have that filled in when I was filling that out. Barb and Sharon. Barb's a motivational speaker. So probably... because you're John Doe, it wouldn't make sense. You wouldn't be John Doe, because I know you're Drew Smith. So then I guess you're Sharon Smith, and you're Drew Smith, which would be Sharon Williams. That'd be you. You're Sharon Williams, I think. Do you work in charity? Politics? I guess politics? Maybe preacher? I guess politics? Man, the job titles of this game are so ass. Alright, Drew. That's not Andrew, but whatever. Smith. It's you. Alright, so Sharon's there, Drew Smith's there. This would be Barb Williams. She's a motive preacher, speaker, public speaker. That could actually be you as well. That could be you, actually. I don't know who this fella is then. Cause you're John Doe and you don't even let me get to fill in a photo. Chris Elmsworth. And Greta Jones. Biker son-in-law. Yeah, so is your name actually Greta Jones? Or is it Ophelia Williams? They started for the daughter. Yeah, they could be Greta Jones. A lot of different last names. I don't get your last name. Yeah, you need 5 to lock in though. There's only 5 left. Let's check the periodicals for some. That's not what I wanted. Chris Elmsworth. There's nothing on Sharon Smith. Damn, for a charity organization, they are not making the rounds. Yeah, for a charity organization, they are not making the rounds. Bloody hell. Can I get Isabel Crosby anywhere? Maybe I can just search Benton County. And Isabel Crosby, according to a flyer on Barb Williams' website, is the superintendent of Benton County. There's a Benton County in 9 different states in the U.S. There hasn't been a Benton County in Florida since 1850. So you're not sure which one Isabel Crosby comes from. Search for Isabel Crosby doesn't lead to anything that seems to fit what you're looking for. Alright, Benton County, let's go. So nothing for shares. Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't know where I go from here. I need more face pictures. Because I can't get anywhere from Kikiwa. Weird. Weird. This isn't gonna bring up anything, but like, I need more information. Yeah, I don't know. I need to get more information somehow. There's such a fucking cucks with the face images in this one, man. surprised that doesn't bring up the conspiracy theorist website. Yeah, I might have to go for a hint again, because I don't know where I'm supposed to go from here. Maybe I can get a periodical from Barb Williams. I feel like I searched for that already. But I may not have. Yeah, I got nothing. That Victor There are many studies about Victor Elmsworth, a race car driver who has had a fairly prominent racing season this year. So as you can tell, there's no connection between him and the Roottrees. Okay. The Elmsworths are not important unless they can give me the information, which seemingly they can't. I got a crazy theory. Barbara Williams. Barbara Williams. Coconut Grove, Florida. What's her company? Oh nice, I can't even drag the image anymore. Fantastic. Alright, now I can. Damn, I got nothing. Andrew Smith. Yep. Yep. Do you have kids? Yeah, I already got lanes across Miami. I already got that. They say who's running it now. Nope. Nope, why would they? Yeah, like I've searched everywhere that it's telling me to go. I got nothing new. Do you want me to go to another fucking conspiracy for your website? And you're just gonna expect me to know? Fucking Victor Smith. Chris Smith. wanted to bring up like local news of Effingham County, Georgia, but it just hasn't. Fucking thanks, dude. Yeah. And somehow, somewhere from here, which I've searched all of these a fair number of times. So, you know, death. Fuck it, morning news. You do a deeper dive on a specific city and state to see if any locals have discussed the news in that area. Well, I've been trying to. I've been trying to get the Effingham County newspaper Effingham County, Georgia news. Times. Journal. Paper. What's the fucking local paper? Local paper. Fuck it. Kikiwa Falls Gazette. A small town, America. I don't know. I don't know how you want me to get to the local news of Effingham County. Georgia News. Newspaper. Yeah, maybe it is. Like, I've been trying to make it a periodical, but I've been trying to make anything a periodical, but you know, it doesn't seem to want to be. I don't know if it scolds you for searching obscenities. Doesn't. Yeah, I got nothing. I've already given up before. Let me try to play over. I have. I have. Could load up for old time's sake. Oh, you fucking son of a bitch, what you got? That's what I've been trying to do. That's what I've been trying to do! You on here? How? I think Oberdin does bring up something. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta play her story too. It looks good. Easter egg itself does too. Yeah, that brings it up. How about Yick? How about like Majima? How about Yick? Yeah, it'd be great if I could get WQTV like to show up at all in anything at all. Yeah, I don't know how you expect me to get there. That's what I've been trying to do. That's what I've been trying to do. You can see here you go to Illinois and it says, like, go fuck yourself. And then you go to Georgia and it's like, yep. Springfield News. Springfield effing County, Georgia News. I know which. I know all these. Like honestly, go to hell. Greta Floors. Alright, Greta Floors. Where's for Channel 12? That is a news anchor. Okay, Greta Floors. Greta Floors is a news anchor who apparently used to go by Greta Jones before her divorce. You're fucking Greta Floors? But how are you Barb and Sharon? Compared to the ado we've gone through to simply figure out her current name, it's way easier than you expect to find that she has a website of her accomplishments. She was apparently the MC for an all-female speaking tour in 1977. The tour was called Storytellers of Sisterhood. The Mothers and Daughters of Earth. You do a search for it and it seems some of those stories were compiled into a book simply titled 25 Stories of Sisterhood by Ayla Hale. Alright, give me like the entire family picture album. And then I can be mad because I don't know how this family tree works. '86 non-fiction anthology. This is an anthology of stories told on a few different Storytellers of Sisterhood tours. It contains direct transcripts of the most well-received stories told on stage. Ayla Hale is the editor, not the sole author. One of the stories by Barb Williams has been added to your evidence. Barb Williams had the transcript of a story she told on stage published in a book. The first part of her story focuses on two 16-year-old girls. My sister, Sherry, was a brat. Always sulking, often disobedient, never on time. She borrowed things without asking and even ran away from home only to sneak back the next day like nothing had changed. My daughter, Sharon, on the other hand, was a beautiful person. Okay, so Barb's what the okay, I guess I have to have this wrong. Barb Williams has a sister named Sherry and a daughter named Sharon. Sharon, on the other hand, was a beautiful person. She had excellent marks in school, was intensely artistic and creative, and even volunteered at an animal rescue. She continues to tell stories of the two girls until she shifts the narrative. What was the difference between Sherry and the brat and Sharon the beauty? Is it nature, nurture, a better education, different opportunities? The answer is nothing. There was no difference because my sister and my daughter are the same girl. They just threw me for a loop to fucking send me right fucking back. Your family is too complicated. Sister and daughter are the same girl. Barb reveals that her daughter was the result of an unexpected pregnancy when she was only 15. I met a boy at a county fair. Unlike us, he lived in the nice part of town. He went to the good school. To a teenage girl, it felt like a fairy tale, but there were boxes all over his house. He was moving in 3 days. Those 3 days were heaven to me. The final night, he surprised me. He told me he could actually see me again soon. He planned to return to visit his grandparents. I thought I was giving him a reason to keep his promise. I never saw him again, and when I finally got desperate enough to ask around, a friend of a friend told me he hadn't even given me his real last name. Barb also talks about when she found out she was pregnant. I was convinced my life was over, but my parents, they took charge. I had to live at home and work a part-time job. But they removed the burden of motherhood. I managed to scrape out a degree in English, and as far as my daughter was concerned, I was her much older sister. Barb uses the story to come to a conclusion. When I was younger, I thought my sister was the brat, and I wasn't wrong, but she ran away from home to work at that animal shelter. She borrowed my clothes for presentations at school, and her creativity allowed her to open up Sherry's hair. It took me far too long to realize the beauty was always there too. In fact, the brat and the beauty exist in all of us. It was my inner brat that kept me blind to the truth, and I'd like to say it's the beauty in me that's finally able to see what I was missing. I implore you to call upon the beauties in yourselves whenever the brat tries to take hold. You, have problems. Sherry's hair. There's a Sherry's Hair in Orlando. The owner of the business is listed as Sherry Yasterzymski. Sherry has a large van and on weekends can bring the style of Brittany, Christina, or even Rachel to your door. The About Sherry section is very, very long and presented as one paragraph with multiple run-on sentences and no pictures. You get the sense that if she were to do your hair, she'd be doing a lot of talking. It mentions that her husband Pete was her late husband's college roommate. She and he never spent any significant time together until she became a widow and they built a charity together. Okay. Sharon got with Pete, who was Drew's college roommates. They left the charity behind because it was growing beyond their ability to run it. She also brags about her kids. The children. We're so in there. We're so in there. Tony, Mark, and Cricket? Alright, Tony is the oldest. Straight A student. Mark, on the other hand, has multiple baseball accomplishments listed. Mark. Middle? Baseball Little League team. Cricket York is near the end and has an entire section dedicated to her. She's an actress on a local television show called Liberty Library. Actress on local television show called Liberty Library. And the reason Sherry relocated from Miami to Orlando, Sherry, in addition to being hireable to come do your due, is a stylist for the show. Ah. The passage also mentions that her agent recommended they change her last name to York since it was easier to pronounce. The rest of the section describes how she got the part, but it seems unimportant to your search. Okay. I guess Mark has to be the youngest then? Unless Liberty Library is like iCarly shit. Liberty Library is a children's show filmed at a studio in Orlando, Florida. It has been on the air since 1991. In the show, multiple adults and children interact with different animal puppets in a show called Liberty. Unlike some other popular shows involving non-human performers, this one isn't funded by the public. Instead, it's paid for by donations from businesses related to education. This included textbook manufacturers like Corifmetic, tutoring companies such as Educate you. And a few well-known publishers of picture books. From what you can find, it's syndicated in a few markets across the southern United States and in New Hampshire for some reason. Like most other children's entertainment, many of those that grew up with it tend to have fond memories. That works in your favor, because the show has been documented by a few fan sites. There's even a Liberty Library web ring, though it only has 3 entries. You click through the sites in the ring and find that Cricket York joined the cast in 1997 at the age of 5? And is still listed as a current cast member. A picture of Cricket from one of her first episodes has been added to your evidence. Holy shit, she's 5? Well, like 7 now. Boom. Yo, the fucking raccoon. promotional shot of Cricket York and the puppet Poof Tail from 1997 when she was on a show called Liberty Library. According to the site you found it on the famous episode tackled why some people needed glasses. Alright, well this is... Alright, so you're you. Your name is... Cricket York. Your name is Pete York. Your job application, it better be actor, right? It's gotta be actor. Alright, Liberty Library is the easiest thing to get to. Mark. Well, if their Little League team is nationally recognized, it'd show up in a search, right? What would you be? And then your name is now Sherry. Yes. Dude, I hate this woman. What the fuck is your naming convention, dude? My god. You've had every last name possible. Alright, maybe you're just Mark Smith. Maybe you're Mark Williams. Maybe you're Mark Baseball. Okay. Corifmetic. Corifmetic is a math textbook publishing company. They were in the news last year when a primetime news program did a full comparison of the 4th edition textbooks from 1996 and the 5th edition textbooks from 1998. Schools were complaining that the two editions seemed remarkably similar, yet Corifmetic was charging almost double for the newer edition than they have for the previous one. Classic, tale as old as time. The news program announced that between the two books, there were only 16 total changes. The most noticeable was that the cover was changed from a picture of a water droplet creating concentric rings on a lake to a close-up of a feather. The others, 15, were all instances of changing 4th to 5th. This even led to a geometry problem where the book asked students to calculate the 5th side of a rectangle. Bro... They didn't even use AI for this shit. That's just genuine fucking up. Nobody associated with Corifmetic seems to be related to research. EDUC82U. EDUC82U is a tutoring service. They have a deal with Liberty Library and feature some of the actors from the show and pictures on their website. According to the site, they actually provide tutoring for all of the actors and actresses on the show to accommodate their shooting schedules. Included is Cricket York, who is seen in a photo labeled Cricket and her brothers ready to learn from one of our talented tutors. You don't find much else about Educate2U except that there seems to be a small subsection of Liberty Library fans who were deeply unsettled by the company's logo, which would appear after the credits in each episode. One writes, "I was terrified of the little girl in the EDUC82 logo. She looked like some kind of demon doll, and I raced to the TV every day to switch it down before her creepy laugh came on." Boom, 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 boom. Perfect student, perfect student. Did they write their name? They didn't even write their name down. Bro, they failed question 0. It's oldest to youngest. Right. Well, you're you, you're him. Now. How many Y's you got? Yastrzemeski. So is your last name Yastrzemeski or is it York? Like, what the fuck? Surely yours is Yastrzemeski. Then why are you named Cricket York? Is that your stage name? Anyways, you're Tony. Come on! Alright, what's close to Tony? Anthony? Anthony. Right? That's gotta be Anthony. Could be Thomas, but Tony's more likely. I'd guess you'd be Smith then? And you're Mark Smith? You're not that much older, so I'm gonna put you in what's good. What's good? I'm a... Would you be in college now? I don't know. Just put you there. You're definitely a student. Alright, so you could be... Well... No, if you're in Little League... Are you still going to be listed as student, or are you going to be listed as baseball? Pro athlete. Hard to tell, hard to tell. I'll put it as student, but they could be a pro athlete, to be honest. Alright, so is your last name York, or is it Yastrzemeski? Because you're called Cricket York. A million times. Unless that's just your stage name. But considering how much they call you that, I'd be surprised. Why? What the hell is this woman's last name? But it was Williams. It was Williams. Cause you're your kid. But yeah, you're Williams. You're Sharon. What? Unless is there a Sherry? No. Okay. You're definitely Sharon Williams. Cause you're Barbara Williams. You're a public speaker for sure. Oh, you'd be a hairdresser then. Yeah, you're a hairdresser now. That's Andrew Smith. I think that's you. You might be in college by now. I'm not too sure. You could be a pro athlete, but I think you'd be K-12. You better be an actor. You better not be a student. Yeah, no, you're definitely an actor. So is your last name actually Yeaster? Okay, that is your stage name. Okay. Okay. There we go. You're...
Hi again. I know you probably thought you were done.
Yeah, that's... Here's to hoping.
But it turns out what you're doing here might have some pretty major repercussions on the family tree.
Again. Also, there's something really strange happening. I can't explain it.
Neither of us can.
I'd call it a simple misunderstanding, but it's digging at the pit of my stomach. I just have a feeling. Clark?
What?
Last week, let's just say being the president, sometimes people bring me things.
Just skip to the important part.
Right. One of our janitors brought me some hair she'd found in Ruby Spratt's trash. It was Bonnie Hudson's.
Okay.
Bonnie is Guy's sister. She'd sent us her hair to test potential root trees, since her DNA is closest to Guy's.
Bonnie is Guy's... okay, yeah.
But Ruby threw it out, and I wasn't sure why she would have done that. Especially right before we began testing the tree you provided.
Alright.
When I asked, she told me she thought the samples needed to be fresh every time they did a test.
Are they fucking stupid? Bro, they just don't want to dilute the shares any more than they already have.
It seems really odd. Ruby was the one who convinced us to do DNA testing in the first place. She seemed so knowledgeable. I don't like it.
Bro, just fire them. Hire another firm.
You've done more of a deep dive on these people than anybody else has. Clark will keep a closer eye on the DNA tests from now on. You have an eye for anomalies. We need you to find the smoking guns.
If there's anyone you're 100% positive can't be a root tree...
Or any you've got definitive evidence are root trees.
They're locked in.
Then we might be able to catch Ruby in a lie.
Bro, I ain't gonna be able to figure that out. After putting together the tree of potential new root trees, Clark and Sam appeared at your door together. According to Clark, Ruby Spratt, the company's lawyer, was caught throwing away the DNA samples from Bonnie Hudson. These were intended to be used to test new potential root trees. Something doesn't sit right with Sam, and the two of them asked for your help. They're hoping that with your evidence and understanding of the family tree, you could verify which people in the dotted boxes are almost certainly legitimate root trees, very unlikely to be legitimate root trees, and which of them are too ambiguous to make a decision one way or the other. Red root tree. Additionally, with the suspicion on Ruby Spratt, it's possible that some of her behavior in the past have also been cast on doubt. A new section of the file has been added for you to fill in. Huh? What is that? Now it's time to review all possible root trees and input your deductions. Then you'll be able to end your research and reveal the truth. You have 13 possible root trees left to identify. Filling in this person is optional. Filling in this person is optional. Jesus Christ. Alright. Alright. Like, in all of my research, there's like, nothing, right? Oh yeah, go fuck yourself. In all of my research, the only thing I've never got an explanation on was, where did I put that? Thomas Hughes and Mrs. Hughes. I never got an explanation on that. But Thomas Hughes was in a hissy fit because he thought his wife fucked Guy Hudson and that their kid wasn't his kid. So like I could believe this is Mrs. Hughes and then that's Mrs. Hughes' kid. Yeah, it connects back to Guy. Of course it connects back to Guy. I also don't know how in the bloody hell I'm gonna get, like, pictures of this shit. Okay, your last name is Hughes. Hey, that's my best guess. Mrs. Hughes? I have no clue what your name would be. But you are a teacher. Professor. No clue who your kid is, but I imagine you'd be named Hughes. Well, that's not even guaranteed, because they were going for divorce proceedings right after. So the kid could not even be named Mrs. Hughes. I mean, I'm not gonna be like I searched and searched and searched for the fucking Hughes, bro, and I got nothing for it. Maybe we head back in, but all right, let's look around. All right, possible root tree. Holy shit! 9 out of 15. Huh? The fuck you mean? Okay, well, really, this guy's definitely a Roottreemania, because, like, they proved it with the blood test. That's for sure. They're for sure. So the first kid I think is a Roottreemania. I don't think the second kid is a Roottreemania though. Yeah, I'll put that at a question mark for now, because he sounds definitely like a Roottreemania, because Guy was fucking her back in the day, and then they hooked up with Garland. So I believe the first kid is. The second kid, I either don't think it's Guy's kid, or it's impossible to prove. Because I can't say it definitely is his kid, because she would need to have been fucking Guy Hudson like a whole kid in a marriage later. Lang Min, I think this one's like impossible to prove without DNA evidence. Because, you know, they used key genes as a cover-up. Well, if they used key genes as a cover-up for IVF, and instead of IVF, it's just Guy Hudson got Lang Xingyu pregnant, then, like, that works. But I don't know if that's something we can prove without DNA evidence. I'm gonna put you at a might. I don't think we can prove this guy's a Roottreemania or not without, like, DNA evidence. I don't think it's possible to prove. I mean, I definitely think they could have, because she fucking hated him. So they definitely could have, but I don't think there's enough to prove that unless they have DNA evidence. Alright, them. Yeah, there's a whole section on fucking Mr. Hughes, bro. Hold on. Yeah, it just links to the article. Yes, this doesn't, like, prove anything. I mean, unless they do DNA tests, I can't prove any of this shit. I mean, it definitely sounds par for the course that, like, on Guy Hudson's last fucking splooge, he managed to knock out twins. That makes sense, but like, I can't prove that. Alright, what else we got? Excuse me? No, you guys are definitely Roottrees. They're for sure Roottrees. Look, even getting to this guy is like a crazy stretch. But I'll believe it. That one I'll believe. It like that makes sense. Okay, I think Clementine is definitely a Roottree. Now, I don't think you're a Roottree. The fuck? Could you be a Roottree? You could, I guess. You could. I guess I might just throw you in a might. Like, if I'm thinking... If I'm between a might and a no, I think I'd lean towards might. Because I'm really not sure. Anonymom? Like, I mean, everything I've learned about Anonymom is that they're not a Roottree. If they suddenly are, how the fuck am I gonna figure that out? Oh. At any rate, if you're not Hughes, then you want me to fucking put Anonymom on here? The hell is your name? Who the hell was it? Oh my god, I have so many tabs. Who was Anonymom? Alright, Beatrice Watts. Right, you're secretary. Courtney May Watts. No clue what Courtney May does. Courtney May has a simple website with black text on a white background and a few images. From the view counter, you can tell you're one of only a few hundred people who have visited it. She's not shy about claiming she is Jane Doe Roottreemania. As proof, she has posted an unobscured cover from the time she was featured on Newstime, as well as a different picture of herself that appears to be a wedding photo. The website seems to be created in defense of her mother, who has been the target of public scrutiny. Under the headline, The True Story of Jane Doe Roottreemania, courtesy of Courtney May Newton, formerly Watts, Courtney May writes, Everyone has everything wrong. My mom approached the Roottrees before 5Ps was ever on the cover of Newstime. Nobody at the Roottree company took us seriously. They only listened to us after we appeared on TV and in magazines. The site has a scanned letter from the Ruby Legal Group to Courtney May's mother, Beatrice. In very polite legal terms, it seems to accuse her of exploiting their name and orders her to leave the Rootrees alone. It's dated from a few weeks before the 5Ps article appeared in Newstime, and it seems legitimate. Courtney May also discusses her mother's magazine feature in more detail. Do you know how difficult it was to convince anyone to tell her story? My mom didn't want to show her face because everyone in the media we approached assumed she was lying. Because her story was just like 5P's, but my mom's story was first. Mom was advised by Ryan and Cork to tell Newstime that seeing 5P's on the cover was what inspired her to go public. Who the hell are Ryan and Cork? Ryan and Cork. That's the only way Newstime would agree to it and help her get on TV. But it's not true. Our story was first. Courtney's defense continues, but much of it seems repetitive and useless. Towards the end of her page, she discusses the DNA test and defends her mother's character. My mom is amazing. She's the nicest woman in the world. She has diabetes and works at a department store, but still managed to help pay for my apartment in the big city so that I could stay with my high school sweetheart. I got a degree in nursing, so I learned about DNA in college, but I'm beginning to think it's all a lie. Mom is 100% confident there's nobody else who could be the father. Either they did the test wrong, or DNA is complete BS. She is not a liar. Saying DNA is complete BS is... that's doing a lot of heavy lifting. I'm gonna be honest here, Courtney May. This is the original unobscured cover photo from a Newstime feature on Jane Doe Roottreemania and her anonymous mother. You found on Courtney May Watts' website. Courtney May Watts posted this photo on her website to prove her identity. It appears to be a wedding photo of hers. Okay, I guess she's a nurse. Courtney May and Danny together forever. Nurse. Sure, that was free under nurse. Daniel, Okay, okay. Who the hell are Ryan and Cork? Cork. Ryan and Cork. Ryan and... It's illegal! Ryan and Cork is an unremarkable law firm based in North Carolina. Named after its senior partners Winston Ryan and Gregory Cork. Can I type, please? Winston Ryan and Gregory Cork. The firm mostly handles local cases and recently represented Anonymous. Their website has a section about the case, including a scan of the DNA test results that proved Jane Doe Rootree was not a Rootree. I can't read this. I don't know DNA. This is a DNA test you got from the website for the law firm Ryan and Cork. The test says there was virtually no chance that Anonymous' daughter, Courtney May, was a Rootree. It lists that DNA from a Jane Doe was tested against the DNA of Bonnie Kellogg Hudson, Guy's twin sister. Ryan and Cork, who were representing Anonymous, have confirmed that the sample they sent to the Rootrees was definitely Courtney May's hair. The test is from a company called DNA Teco, and a doctor has circled the results and signed the paper. Alright. God, I might add another. Alright, DNA Teco. Who's the doctor? Adrian Rowland. Adrian Rowland. The DNA from the alleged relative was compared to the tested child. Based on the results, the probability of relatedness is 0.5%. The likelihood the candidates are related is approximately 2,000 to 1. Zero 0.5%. Peep this.
How's the price of capital looking these days?
it's just so peak.
Guys? Oh my god.
Can I link that in the clips for 2025 Fan Game Awards? That definitely needs to make the pop-off list. I like the odds of 0.5%. Alright. DNA Teco. Case 2985, child alleged paternal aunt. Jane Doe, Bonnie Kellogg. Yeah, that's definitely you. Yeah. See, I can't read this. So if they fudge some numbers here, I can't read this. DNA Techo. DNA Techo is a DNA testing company. DNA testing is a relatively new phenomenon that allows scientific laboratories to prove a possible family relationship between two people. It's fairly cutting edge. The method by which they test samples has only become standard in the last decade, as of the early 1990s. According to their site, DNA Techo was responsible for the DNA test that proved Felix Fallows was a Roottreemania and even used it as an example of how a DNA test looks. They use it to provide some information about their process. Whenever they take a sample in person, they put the name of the person on the test according to their legal ID, which is why it says David instead of Felix. Because Guy Hudson is dead and there's no known DNA source for Guy, they tested Felix's hair versus a hair sample sent from the Roottrees. It's listed as Jane Doe because it wasn't collected in person, but the Roottree company let them know it was Bonnie Kellogg, Guy Hudson's sister. This is why it says it is a paternal aunt test. The left and right sets of numbers are essentially signatures that perfectly match the DNA of the two people in question and nobody else. The way the test works is that if certain parts of the signature are shared, then it's very likely two people are related. So as you can tell, DNA Techo is a legitimate company. They don't seem to have any reason to create fake results or hide the truth. This is a DNA test you got from DNA Techo. According to the website, it's famous test that proved Felix Fallows was Roottreemania. They received permission to post it as their example for potential clients. The site says there's a 99% chance David Fallows is related to the alleged aunt, who is listed as Jane Doe. As far as you can tell, DNA Techo is a neutral third party that has been used by plenty of respectable companies. Alright. 15, 16, 15, 16, 9, 11, 12, 6, 8, 10, 16, 29, 19, 22. That's just not her hair. That's definitely Guy's kid, bro. They just didn't want to dilute the shares. True, that does bring into question which is a lie, yeah. I think the second's more likely to be a lie than the first, you know? Because if you start with, like, the truth, it's easier to... Because if you just deny it always, you know, there's gonna be some legal repercussions. Though the second... Well, not necessarily. Yeah, who's the doctor? Is it the same doctor on both tests? Adrian Rowland. Yeah, it's Adrian Rowland. Adrian Rowland. Fuck. we can't get anything on Adrian Rowland. Rough. Can we get someone on DNA Techo? Okay, and they said, yeah, the hair was thrown away by Ruby Spratt, so they probably just didn't want the shares to get diluted any further. Damage control. Alright, I definitely think you're a Roottreemania, for sure. Actually, better yet, 16, 16, 17, 10, 11. 13, 15. Oh, that's Jane Dow. Look, I don't know how to read DNA. So, like, I can't tell. I think DNA should be, like, the same if you run it twice. Because that's how they prove anything. Like, I'm basing this shit off of reports that I really can't read. But you're definitely a Roottreemania, that's for sure. I think you're certainly a Roottreemania. I don't think I can prove you're a Roottreemania. I don't think I can prove you're a Roottreemania. Yeah, I don't think I can prove you're a Roottreemania or not a Roottreemania. Honestly, you could go either way. I ain't going to front. Between you being a Roottreemania and not being a Roottreemania, I'd say you're more than likely a Roottreemania. Just because she fucking hated his husband, or her husband. She fucking hated this guy. So I'd believe it was Guy Hudson's kid instead. Man, this picture does not do Guy Hudson any favors. Nor does that one. What a fucking creep. Alright, the twins. Alright, you know what? I don't think I can prove this. The only thing, so the Hughes still don't fit into this. So maybe you were actually, maybe you were Hughes for a short time, and then you got divorced immediately. What if Guy Hudson's been framed the whole time then? I don't see what the family would get out of framing Guy Hudson. All that does is dilute their shares. I think he was a horn dog and he had the God seed. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna say you're Thomas Hughes. And you got pregnant by him. And then Hughes got mad, so then you divorced, and then you changed your last name back. and then had the kids. So you know what? I'm gonna mark him down as a yeah. I'm gonna mark you two down as a yeah. That seems more likely than otherwise. I have no reason to think they're not, like, real Roottrees. If they're not, that's gonna come at it. Bro, if they're not real Roottrees, I'm gonna be so fucking mad. Bro, I've even searched for Ronald and Robert Roottree. Nothing's come up. What the fuck? How would they not be? They have to be. That's just a bait. As far as I can tell you, those are the only two main tree ones. Which I definitely think they're root trees. I think you guys are root trees. If I had to say, I would say you're probably a root tree. This is a genuine 50-50. You're definitely a root tree. I don't think you're a root tree though. You're definitely a root tree. I also think you're a root tree. Granted, the only thing, like, against this fella is he doesn't have orange hair. But, like, if your DNA test is wrong, like, go to fucking hell. Like, if your DNA test this whole time is a lie, fuck me. I think you're a root tree. I don't know about you. I think you could be. I don't know if I can prove it, but I think you could be. You definitely seem like one, though. Yeah, I'm ready for the truth. This seems good enough for me. This is good enough for me. Boom.
Beatrice and Courtney May. Clark, can you swing another test against Bonnie's DNA?
This time I'll be sure to have them verify both samples in person.
It's a good time jump.
Using the family tree you filled out, as well as DNA tests, we were able to uncover the truth behind all the inconsistencies.
Thank you.
Clark's handling the business, but I've come to thank you and fill you in on everything we've learned. Buckle up, because it's been one heck of a week.
Alright.
Actually, that's an understatement. It's not every week you discover your family company is being sabotaged by someone they trusted.
Yeah, you just look at the documents, bro.
But that's the kind of time we've been having. Like I said, buckle up. Maybe grab some popcorn. We'll start with Guy Hudson.
Yeah, get some snacks, party people. This is gonna be a while. Crunch. Werfers? Oh, perfect. Perfect.
Guy had a frankly ridiculous number of potential children. What shocked me is how many graduated from potential to confirmed. We can even prove he was aware of them. The smoking gun was how he used company money to pay off a lot of women.
That's not the best smoking gun. I'm gonna give it a $1.20. I think a DNA test would be the best smoking gun.
He hid it with a method inspired by his idol, Elias. 5-piece flavors. The flavors he was paying to research were a ruse.
Yeah.
He developed flavors based on the initials of the women he was paying. Which was really stupid, considering one of their names started with X.
Yeah, Zigua. Are they all actually his kids? I mean, I believe it, but like, how is this definitive proof?
Let's start with Christine. Guy was paying her under the name Caviar, but there were some other clues. James was born 9 months after Zach's party.
That's fair. Now, who's James? There's too many people, man.
Christine was there with Guy, and when she got pregnant, she panicked. Steve stepped up. He even turned it into one of his recipe stories.
True, yeah. Yeah. No. 100%, yeah. That kid, definitely theirs, yeah.
Not all of Guy's affairs led to offspring. He may have slept with Robin Martin, but she didn't have children, so we'll never know.
Oh, they were definitely fucking, yeah.
Also, not every child of Guy's affair partners were his. Robert Garland was born after his parents had already moved to Boston.
That's what I'm talking about. Boom. Pretty good. I got that. I think I put you as, like, I can't confirm or deny.
Skipping Beatrice for now. Up next is Leng Xinyu. When Guy showed up in China, she was into America. And Americans. Dare I say redheads, even? When she got pregnant, her father paid key genes to fake IVF. They claimed her sister was unable to conceive.
Yeah, they claim that. That part's like the first sentence, though. That's still a rumor.
But her sister and Jerry had their own son, Mark.
Yeah, true. Okay, so you actually were. Okay, the logic to get to that's kind of weak, I'll be honest.
Sonia Alves was soon after. Nia was married at a very young age to a much older husband.
True.
She resented him. I don't blame her. They allegedly spent no time together in private.
True.
Guy was in Brazil during Christmas 1979. It's the only Christmas not in the records. Flavio was born 9 months later, and like the others, Guy started paying Sonia.
That's fair. I had you as a maybe. That's fair. I did think it was more than likely that you were a Roottreemania, but like I couldn't prove it. You know what would prove it? Just some real DNA tests.
Last was Susan Ford, hired to translate for Guy's overseas trips. It's easy to read into Guy's donation to her school, but there's no definitive proof there.
Yeah.
She and Guy were witnessed together near the end of his life. Susan's husband was convinced he couldn't be the father of her daughters. Guy, though, paid double. The price of twins.
I didn't notice that. Yes!
So, what about 5Ps? Felix Fellow's mother, Joanna, doesn't have a 5 pieces flavor. On top of that, his story doesn't really add up.
But they have the DNA test!
His mother already left the company by the time Guy became president, and his lyrics indicate he was born sometime around 1975.
But he has the DNA test!
Alone, that wouldn't necessarily prove it. But there are some suspicious connections between Felix and the company's current lawyer, Ruby Spratt. They both grew up in Portland, in foster care, and according to the local paper, they definitely knew one another.
How the hell was I gonna get the Foster fountain?
Ruby was the one who approached the Roottrees to begin with. It was all a setup. Ruby and Felix saw my book's challenge to the Clancet Trust as an opportunity. His mother really had worked for Roottree, and Ruby was a respected lawyer. She exploited my family's greed, worked her way into control of the trust, and ensured Felix got a piece. But they made some mistakes along the way. If you look at the 2 DNA tests that Ruby handled, they were both supposedly tested against Bonnie Hudson.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah. But I didn't know which one was actually Bonnie's.
But the 2 signatures that should both represent Bonnie don't match. After Clark and I confronted her, Ruby lawyered up. Ironic, I know.
Yeah. You can just fucking sue her.
We suspect Ruby had Donatico test Felix against his own mother's DNA. He had a hairbrush of hers. They sent the female sample in remotely.
What the Bro, you can't just update the autopsy report.
On the second test, Bonnie's sample was tested locally, but Courtney May's was not. Ruby's been throwing away samples. We think she sent her own hair instead of Courtney May's, but it could have been anyone's.
What a sloppy job. You burn the hair.
Ruby and Felix were in cahoots. As for why, they were both advocates of wealth redistribution.
I think they just wanted a payday.
A noble effort. But once they controlled the family fortune, they became just as greedy as the worst members of my family. The money corrupted them.
They got in to dilute the shares, but once they had the shares, they didn't want them diluted anymore. That's funny as fuck.
They were so eager to personally wield the wealth for their own cause that they sabotaged any other claims.
That's so fucked up. I can't go against the only evidence that's real, you know?
That finally brings us to Anonymom, aka Beatrice Watts. Her tales of guys, parties, and payoffs were true.
Yeah, no, that one sounds real.
She even approached Ruby before 5Ps was on news time.
Yeah.
Ruby used Beatrice's truths to make Felix's lies feel real, then ruined the DNA test so that Beatrice looked phony in the public court of opinion. I feel worst for her in all of this.
Okay, but like, who fucking cares about a court of public opinion? She's gonna get a payday!
While Ruby and Felix stole the show, there were some other potential new family members as well. Miracle Roottree was less of an open and shut case.
Yeah, that one's gonna be a hard one.
That said, it's very likely he had a son with Mary Beth Clementine.
Yeah.
Not Stuart. Mary Beth adopted him before she ever set foot in Butler County.
Fuck.
That leaves Mark. The timeline fits. He showed up about 9 months after Mary Beth visited Miracle. And the basket baby story is a bit too convenient. If that's not enough on its own, he was also bailed out by the sister of Edith Roottree, Miracle Jr.'s wife, after she changed her name to win that silly contest.
I don't think that proves anything, though.
Our best guess is that Mark was told by his mother whose son he was, and used that fact to put some pressure on Miracle Jr. We have no real proof of that, but nothing else really makes sense for why they'd be connected in that way.
You just said we can't really prove that. You can't put a check mark there. Okay, I was dead wrong on this fella. I'll eat that. But you really said you can't prove it. You can't make this a check mark.
Elias's affair was the most ambiguous.
Yeah. You're telling me.
Gwyneth was able to coerce Elias to do things he wouldn't have otherwise done, like pressure to include me in the family.
But he said, who's Beth?
My son even mentioned them arguing about someone named Beth.
Yeah.
Combined with Gwyneth's lisp, it's possible the name was actually Bess.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, all we know about Bess Williams is that she wrote his book and died not long after, leaving her only son an orphan.
Yeah.
The timeline fits with Wildcat, but there's no record if she had any other relationship. Honestly, I wouldn't say we had enough evidence either way.
That's fair.
I wouldn't be surprised if Elias cheated. Of course, I'm a bit biased. Regardless, we haven't gotten in touch with any of the Williams clan yet.
Why?
That means we haven't been able to do a DNA test. As Clark mentioned, from here on out, all of our DNA tests will be in person, for both parties.
Why were you not doing that in the first place? That's fair. Completely fair. This guy's old as shit.
Lastly, we have a bit of a curveball. Ron Roottree isn't
No!
pregnant, so it's likely Robbie is.
Run! No! Who is Ron's then?
When Ron and Robbie went to visit their mother at the end of her life, something changed. Additionally, there have been a few rumors circling around Ron. RR Productions canceled the Guys Like Us remake due to the director's illness. At the same time, Ron's wife Penelope began doing benefits for Huntington's disease, stating that she had become familiar with it. Huntington's is the same disease that Gwyn's former co-star Leslie Florence had. It's passed from parent to child. It can't skip a generation.
Bro, Sam's been doing the most. I was never gonna find this shit. Bro, Ron, that's family. I don't care if they're related by blood. That's family, bro.
Because Gwyn and Wild Bill didn't have Huntington's, and Ron seems to, it's impossible Gwyn was his mother. I recently confirmed all this with Ron.
Ron isn't even... What? Dude, bro, Ron's gonna be so pissed, dude. He tried to cut out Robbie out of the fucking trust, and in doing so, he was trying to cut himself out of the trust. No! Ron!
At the end of her life, Gwyn told Ron the story. Leslie and Bill had an affair the same year Leslie learned she had Huntington's. Leslie got pregnant. Leslie wasn't likely to survive to see her child grow up. And even if she did, she didn't want to be a burden. She begged Gwen and Wild Bill to adopt her child. Gwen did. Mere weeks after she found out she was having her own son, she also took in Ron. Wild Bill was a problem. Unreliable and a serial adulterer. Gwen divorced him and never saw him again. Gwen had already told Starlet she was pregnant, so it never really made waves when people saw her with a child in Paris. There was gossip during her divorce when she was discovered to be pregnant again. In actuality, it was the final months of her only pregnancy.
How the hell does she have, like... She has, like, forged fake birth documents, then. What the fuck?
To lay low, she stayed in Paris long enough that even her own family never had reason to question the timeline. It's one heck of a story, and frankly, nobody could be expected to piece the timeline together.
I'm saying, like, Ron, that's family.
Not with what few mentions of Gwen's past have survived. But the Huntingtons itself? That's proof.
That's so fucked up, Ron. They did you so dirty, Ron. Ron, you're my goat. You're family. You're more family than most of this fucking tree, dog.
Ron suing Robbie to remove him from the Clancid Trust was a huge moment in my story, and a major catalyst for this entire investigation. Finding out that it's been pretty much backwards this whole time has been a bit surreal.
I'm saying, like...
So that's where we're at. Looking over the information you sent us was useful. Without your tree, I'm not sure we would have ever discovered Ruby.
Wait, I can relate this to Yakuza. Never mind, this website fucking sucks. It's just... it's all reliable.
All this information, this entire story, it's a lot, in more ways than one. Some of it has the potential to destroy marriages and ruin relationships.
Yerp.
We're handling it all very, very carefully. But we couldn't have gotten here without you.
I'm gonna be honest, I think you could've.
And with that, I guess our tale has finally, truly come to an end. What a strange one it was. No words can express how grateful I am to you for untangling this mess. Honestly, I've had enough of my family's eccentricities and scandals for one lifetime. I imagine you have as well.
Fuck no, catch me playing the fucking boot trees are dead, dude.
And if not, well, there's always Elias's and Gwyneth's brothers and sisters.
Yeah, true, I'm saying.
Attention, attention, boot trees. This is 5-piece coming at you from the real world.
Why did they make this the credits?
You say money
This song is awful.
solve all your problems.
This is the 5 Ps rap. I stopped this shit like 5 seconds in last time.
Sitting back in your mask,
This is the worst thing ever.
the cash that your ancestors gave you, acting like you somehow deserve it.
I know what to
based
do.
on your family's creations. Yo,
But look at here, sonny, don't you come for our money, or you might burn brain in hellfire
Insomnia,
someday. Like that Manson chick
files,
and her
song.
two dads. My pappy's Clancid Trust should keep you away.
yo, it's disturbing. Catching a sermon from a geezer who's never known her.
There we go.
These claims that somehow we're sinners 'cause we didn't earn it. When all of your work it came from you. You expect me to trust. Your lectures on greed. Expertise.
Attorney, squeeze out my
It's better than Insomnium 1's? I'll fucking bet, dude. Is this English? Oh god.
Bring the choir in.
You say money is a root of all
Does this use AI? Oh god.
take those problems away.
Yeah.
You say money is a root.
Great, now I need to give this game a 0.
Let me take those problems away.
Whoever caused dollars, the root of all evil, just trying to make small pursuits of real people. You silver spoon thieves, you the world's
Bro, the credits are over.
world folks furnace.
Fuck you.
Attention, trees. This is 5 people coming at you from the real world. You know, the place you ain't ever lived in.
You say money is a root of all your problems. Root of all your
Man, y'all are hypocrites, sitting back in your massive estates, built from the
Mm,
cash that your
Mid-Journey.
ancestors gave you, acting like you somehow deserve it.
That's so dire.
Yo, but look at here, sonny, don't you come for our money or you might.
Get out of there. That's so dire. Yeah, we didn't even get a payday for that. What the hell? They really use Mid-Journey AI? I'm fucking pissed now. Let's go, please. I hate AI. I can escape the shit by playing. Cause I was like, I mean, I at least know initially Steam didn't allow games to use AI generated content. I know that's something that's like impossible to moderate. I can imagine Steam is gonna like lose the fight on games not being allowed to use AI, but also Steam can do what they want. Granted, they are the free market, so they'll probably let it slide at some point. Hell, they may have already done that. Okay. I haven't kept up with like the Steam rules and stuff. I just hate AI. Woo, let's go! Real art! Woo! Oh, real art. I was like, thinking, I was like, God, suddenly I have to downvote this game and never recommend it. Alright, let's get that jammer going again. It's so bad. They're all so bad, man. They're all so bad, man. Alright. Anyways, another one down. Good work, good work. That game was good. I definitely prefer the Roottrees Are Dead to Roottreemania. Roottreemania had, like, way too many stretches of logic I never would have thought of that were, like, required. And getting pictures of everyone was so annoying. It was so annoying to get pictures of everyone. Because they were all hidden, so hidden away. So I couldn't solve any of the tree without the pictures. Even when I already know who they are and what they do. Find a family doku. I mean, I guess. I don't know what that is. Locked in. Anyways, good game. Very good game. I definitely prefer the Roottrees Are Dead to Roottreemania. Roottreemania is a bit, like, too far outside of what I would think to do. Family Doku is a series of pencil and paper logic puzzles created by Christoph Rogan, the author of the Alphabet Davis series. They were originally published every Sunday in a newspaper and are collected in several volumes of books. They involve filling in a family tree by following a series of rules. When every name has been placed and every rule has been satisfied, the puzzle is complete. At the bottom of the official website is a marquee that says, "Coming soon, a digital version of Family Doku called Family Doku at Home." Logic puzzles on your home computer? That sounds interesting. You find a download and install Family Doku at home. Welcome to Family Doku at Home. Now you too can play the addicting puzzle taking the world by storm. You must use logic to place all of the names in their correct spots in the family tree. Every puzzle has only one correct solution. The following rules will dictate who goes where. Rectangles denote descendants of the family. Ovals denote spouses who married into the family. Both men and women can be spouses. All marriages are between a man and a woman unless marked with a rainbow. Children's last names are always inherited from their father, even if their father is a spouse. Siblings have all been named in alphabetical order by first name from left to right. Family members with the same first name must follow special generational rules. If men, they must be father/son or grandfather/grandson. If women, they must be mother/daughter or grandmother/granddaughter. Huh. Alright. What are ovals? Ovals denote spouses. Alright. Rectangles are family. I I am not following. Yeah, I am not following. It's a lot of apples. Do I want to do this? No. No. Let's fucking go. Like, give me medium. Boom. Let's go. Alright, you gotta be 3 or 3. I'm actually not in the mood to do this either, I'll be honest. But I do know how to play Sudoku at least. Yeah, fuck this, I got a better idea. A better idea is go watch Columbo or House. Second better idea. Pirate Yakuza. Third better idea.
Welcome back to Poker Night, where we all leave with less money than we came in with. Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it. 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 Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it. 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 Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it.
What's the odds on this? No clue.
Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it. 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 Aw, dang. Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it. Yeah.
Rats. Rats. Yeah, it's a real good parallel to what happens when you actually hit the lottery IRL. It's a good parallel.
Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it. 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 Aw, dang. Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it. 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 Aw, dang it.
I swear you win the lottery and then someone has to play the Roottrees are dead. Figure out who's getting the inheritance money.
Aw, dang it. 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 Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it. 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 Aw,
If procrastinating buying a plane ticket but didn't increase in the last week, so I'm good. Good work, good work.
Aw, dang it.
Successful gambling.
Aw, dang it. 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 Aw, dang it.
Flying anywhere special?
Let's go gambling. Aw, dang it. 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 Aw, dang it.
Germany? That is quite special.
Aw, dang it. 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 Aw, dang it.
I know their economy is having a pretty tough time right now. What's the value of like German currency right now? Value of German currency. How is it historically? Pretty middle of the road actually. Shit was strong before the 2008 financial crisis. Oh, true, it would be euros. Yeah, okay, so because if they all use the same currency, then that's going to help it stay stronger. Yeah, I forgot they all used a lot of the same currency.
Let's go gambling. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it.
Ooh, what's the value of Japanese yen right now? Because I think for a little bit it was like getting better. I know it's still like dire. Alright, how much is $1 in yen? $1 is 150.49 yen. Holy, tick back up. Well, I guess tick back down actually from a bit ago. Yeah, that shit's damn low. Like the third, right around the third lowest it's been in the past year. It is still dire. Japan really is the canary in the coal mine. That shit's gonna explode and the rest of the world's gonna see what's gonna happen when your economy implodes.
Let's go gambling. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it.
It's really funny talking about stuff like this while playing this.
Let's go gambling. Aw, dang it. 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 Let's go gambling.
Aw, dang it.
Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it.
It is funny that Japan has censored porn,
Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it.
but you know, I don't know enough about it. First grade will require real IDs, also international, so require passport anyways. Gotcha. Don't that would have been awesome, yeah, if they did that. Didn't I don't know if it was just the UK or like all the European nations, but they implemented like a new thing you need to have in order to travel into the country. Like a passport isn't enough now. Because they were talking about doing that years ago, and then it got delayed, and then got delayed, and then like actually happened recently. It might be a ESTA. That may be it. I haven't kept up the most with it because I really haven't looked into traveling halfway across the world in a while, because you know ESA hasn't exactly happened.
Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it.
Slightly different version of the visa. Is that what I'm thinking of? Let look it up. Application. What was a visa waiver program? ETIS is the thingy. EU Trail Europe. ETIS currently not in operation, will not start in the first half of 2025. No action is required from travel at this point. Okay, so they delayed it from when I read it. I just keep putting this shit off, man. That's the new name. Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not an, oh gosh, Goober got up. I'm not an international law guy or whatever. This is like fucking stupid. Like the passport is the GOAT. Why do I need this now? For only 3 years? Bro, I get a passport for like 10. Rookie numbers. Rookie numbers.
Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it. 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 Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it. 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 Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Let's go gambling!
So yeah, there's that. I don't know the most about it, but if I need that to travel over in the EU later, that'll be mildly annoying.
Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Let's go gambling!
Aw, dang it.
Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Yeah.
Unbelievable. I actually unbelievable. Actually unbelievable. Actually unbelievable. How much is Trick Shot Simulator? I don't think I'd ever buy that, but no, I know really did the most making that game look like the shit. This game has 82 reviews on Steam. It has been out for a month, over a month. NL's really putting this shit on the map. What the hell? Germa played it? I bet they made it fun, but I don't know if that's Germa core content. This sort of game is like a prime Northern Lion content. Like this is exactly what NL does. Like I've never seen a more NL game other than like any card roguelike. Eight of the trick shots? Holy smokes. Is it like hard? Yes. Actually, I'll bring up the NL clip again, because I fucking love that clip.
Welcome back.
How's the price of capital looking these days? Guys? Oh my god.
That's pop off of the year for sure. 17 hours on that. It's also funny too, coming from like, Fagin background, people are like, oh, I spent 4 hours on this boss. Oh, I spent 6 hours on this boss. Like, oh, and then Hell comes in here 17 hours on this trick shot, and he's like mildly pleased with himself. That's my goat. That's my comfort character. Dude, I'm browsing these reviews. NL genuinely might have the most playtime out of anyone on this game. None of these reviews have more than 11 hours on record. On one trick shot, bro has 17 hours. It's a good review. I'd rather rub my balls against sandpaper. Recommended. that is funny. Yeah, I was gonna say next time, and I was like, well, no, there'll be Saturday Legends. Yeah, Sunday will be Pirate Majima. That will be huge. I need to get out my pirate costume and my Majima construction helmet. Those will be huge times. No stream tomorrow. I got Scrabble, and A, I don't like to stream in the daytime too much, and B, I got things to do tomorrow, including but not limited to exporting exporting highlights and deleting highlights. Whoa! Yeah, I have a pirate costume. It's in my closet somewhere. I've had that for years. Alright. Yeah. Have a good night, everyone.